Some landscapes announce themselves loudly, but others, like Utah's Rafael Swell, hold their secrets closer. Here, the Earth's core pushed outward, sculpted by powerful tectonic forces. Millions of years ago, during the Laramide orogeny, tremendous pressures buckled this land. Through the millennia, wind and water carved canyons, revealing ancient layers. For those who seek to know such places, overlanding offers a unique path: discovery, freedom, tracing Earth's autobiography. There's one overland route that stands above the rest: the Rafael Swell Adventure Route.
You picked me up here, you got to go to departures, I guess.
Okay, got it.
This person's telling me, so.
I'll meet you at departures.
Sorry.
You know what? Just come down here. Come down here. I'm gonna park down at the end by number 1, okay? I'll park here. Just come down. I'm at the very end, about 50 yards past where you went in. Got the passenger Manuel's with us. Heading out to Utah. Where are we? Cedar City. So we still got another 3.5 hours, and we'll be in Green River later. So burning some pavement, guys. All right, guys, we picked everybody up in Green River. We've got 6 total rigs with us. I'll introduce you to everybody later. We're on the interstate on our way to Black Dragon Canyon to take on the Rafael Swell Adventure Ride. Let's go.
Once we hit the dirt, we pulled over to air down, and then we were off into the grandiosity that is the Rafael Swell. And grandiose it was. Within minutes, the towering sandstone walls of Black Dragon Canyon surrounded us. I don't know of many such routes that start out with such impressive topography. But would this be the highlight of our trip? Hardly. You'll just need to stick around to see what else we get into. So we've arrived at the Black Dragon petroglyphs here. We're gonna go check it out and learn a little bit about it. So Pete, you've been to this before, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
And it's quite spectacular, and the camera probably can't do justice to the height of this cliff face here.
It never does. It never does, but...
Black Dragon Canyon holds a captivating mystery. Its ancient petroglyphs. Dating as far back as 2000 BCE, these carvings were made by early Archaic and Fremont peoples. The panel's unique, enigmatic winged figures, resembling dragons, spark wonder about the beliefs of those who left their timeless mark on these canyon walls.
So that was the main panel back there. There's apparently some more petroglyphs and rock art up here. One thing that you guys should be familiar, if you come across them, you never want to touch them. Obviously, human skin, especially the hands, have a lot of oils in them, and it can degrade the rock art. So just something to keep in mind.
After visiting Black Dragon Canyon, we'd head towards the San Rafael River to explore the canyons adjacent to Mexican Mountain Road.
Well, so far, San Rafael Swell is absolutely delivering, and it's kind of crazy to think that we're only about, I don't know, less than 10 miles into it right now, but that Black Dragon Canyon was really something else. And as we get up into the Wedge and Buckhorn Wash, expecting just more amazing, spectacular Utah scenery. So we're gonna keep pushing, guys.
So that's exactly what we did, pushing deeper into the sublime landscapes of the Swell. Towering red cliffs enveloped us as plumes of dust billowed behind our convoy vehicles. The expansive rugged terrain, framed by soaring cliffs and endless blue sky, left us with a truly profound impression. If you'd like to get more information about the San Rafael Swell Adventure Route or join us on one of our events, then head on over to overlandtrailguides.com. Overland Trail Guides features North America's largest collection of curated overland routes, including the best time to visit, recommended vehicle, technical rating, dispersed camping locations, GPX files, and more. Why don't we get back to our adventure now?
Well, we're going over to check out the old swinging bridge here because we are well ahead of schedule. Probably camp in the Buckhorn Wash somewhere. But I'll give you guys the lowdown on this. It's a pretty cool, old, historic concrete and wood bridge with cables, hence the suspension.
Built by the Civilian Conservation Corps in 1937, the San Rafael Swinging Bridge was a crucial link enabling access across the San Rafael River for local ranchers and miners. This ingenious suspension bridge not only facilitated travel in the rugged swell, but also stands today as a remarkable piece of Depression-era engineering. With early evening just around the corner, we jumped in our rigs and headed into Buckhorn Wash in search of camp for the night. So we're just going on a little hike on this, I would call it a little side canyon here, but it is pretty massive and very spectacular because it's not even 4 o'clock. So we're just killing some time here, checking things out, exploring our surroundings, and everything I thought it would be, everything I thought it would be.
It's the desert. We're like, we're all fucking.
We'll do probably Greek yogurt and some granola. Keep it simple.
I'm at a loss for words here. This is definitely on my list of like top 3 campsites. This thing is just absolutely spectacular with all these spires, sandstone everywhere. It's special. But let's talk about today. Today we're gonna go hit Buckhorn Wash. That's gonna be an awesome drive. Hit the petroglyph panel that is also in Buckhorn Wash. May check out the dinosaur track, we'll see. And then we're heading up to the Wedge, which is supposed to have some of the best views in the swell, so we'll check that out. And then we'll start making our way over to Eva Conover Trail. I'm not sure if we're gonna complete the whole trail. It'll kind of depend on how we're progressing, but it's gonna be another fun one, so let's get into things. The sheer scale of the swell can seem overwhelming at first. But rather than fight this awesome landscape, it's best to simply be in the moment and take in as much of it as you possibly can. more rock art from the ancient peoples that called these canyon lands home. I always find myself wondering if the original stewards of this land truly grasped just how surreal their homelands were. So this is a really cool panel, lots of interesting pictographs. There are some what look like rain shamans up there. Who knows if that's what they are, but it's cool to try to interpret what these paintings were and what they meant. And we're still learning a lot about this stuff. Our convoy of vehicles would climb out of the Buckhorn Wash and into the highlands of the Rafael Swell. Our objective? Make it to one of the best viewpoints in the swell, the Wedge Overlook. Over millions of years, the Sandstone River's powerful erosive forces patiently carved these striking canyon lands, affectionately known as the Little Grand Canyon. So we're in Coal Wash right now, just had a nice little break and lunch, and we're looking for the Coal Wash seeps, or where I guess it drips out of the ground or whatever. So we're gonna check that out and then close in on Eva Conover Trail, make our way to Eagle Canyon. So. In the arid high desert of the Swell, the Drips creates a remarkable oasis. Water, released from a natural spring, perpetually seeps from the cracks within the Navajo sandstone, defying the surrounding desolation.
Fill your water bottle.
Coal Wash would lead us into the Eva Conover Trail, one of the Swell's more renowned tracks. This rugged trail was historically used to transport materials for the construction of the iconic Eagle Canyon arch bridges for Interstate 70. The first bridge opened in 1965, with the second completed in 1990.
So Eva Conover Trail, lots of fun, just enough bumps and everything to keep Big Blue on its toes, rated a solid 4. Expect a lot of rocks, rock gardens, some tight sections, and of course the views, sandstone everywhere, just cliffs and spires, just absolutely beautiful. But we'll be down at Eagle Canyon soon, so just trying to make it there, and then it's about 3 o'clock right now. We'll start looking for camp soon. we're coming up on the Eagle Canyon undercross. I'm under the interstate. And we'll be crossing into the south side of the swell here. This is essentially the dividing line of the north and the south portions of the swell. We'll make a stop, check it out. It's a pretty awesome engineering feat. And a little known fact, Eva Conover Trail was actually built to truck in the materials to build these bridges that I'm looking at right now. All right, let's check it out.
Driving on Interstate 70, motorists often don't realize the impressive engineering marvel beneath their tires. The Eagle Canyon arch bridges span this dramatic canyon, with the westbound bridge stretching an impressive 428 feet from rim to rim.
Well, we've got a dope spot. Not as cool as yesterday, but happy to get it out of the wind. That spot in Eagle Canyon was nice, but this is much more protected. So I think we earned our cervezas today, so that's what we're gonna do.
It's coastal live oak.
Yeah, but there's all sorts of oak.
I know,
There's
but the-
white oak, there's black oak, there's red
But
oak.
I said our oaks, the oak, which is a huge misconception. Or sometimes.
It's absolutely beautiful out here. Been a bit breezy in our first 3 days in Utah. The wind is just kind of a fact of life out here in the desert, but I'm hoping today will be a lot less breezy than the past 3 days. So it's gonna be a fun one.
What is the Lone Warrior? A pictograph?
So another day in the swell, this time the southern section, which is where we'll be spending the next couple of days. We're heading out right now. Gonna pick Pete up because he's doing his ham radio stuff over by Swayze cabin. But for today, we are gonna go check out Reds Canyon, check out some uranium mines over there, probably go out to Tomsic Butte, and then head over to Hidden Splendor to camp. I think it's gonna be a pretty easy day full of soft roading, and then tomorrow we'll be back on some moderate trails again. So let's get into it.
Red Canyon is one of the more striking geological wonders within the swell. Over millions of years, immense forces of uplift and erosion have sculpted a landscape of towering, rust-colored walls and deep, winding passages that are truly awe-inspiring.
Uranium ore, so that predated wilderness. The Wilderness Act didn't happen until 1962.
So we're gonna check out some of these old miners' cabins over here. It's pretty cool stuff. Old miner's cabin here. Falling apart, no surprise. The dugout? Yep. Here's the dugout, the powder room, where the dynamite went.
The upper quarry on campus, right?
I mean, could you imagine being a miner out here and then you're surrounded by this? It is just insane. My gosh. So we are closing in on Hidden Splendor, and oh my God, this place is, woo! Wow. All right, you'll see here in a second. So I'm not sure which mine this is, but it's pretty cool. It looks like more uranium stuff by the way they're pulling out the ore out of this white band between different layers up here. We're gonna get out and check it out, and then we'll be on our way to Hidden Splendor.
As Cold War tensions heightened in the 1950s, the Swell played a crucial role in the United States' uranium production, essential for fueling its nuclear arsenal. Prospectors flocked to the erosional wastelands with Geiger counters. Mines sprang up around Tomsic Butte and Temple Mountain, making Emery County a significant producer of uranium. With Red Canyon at our backs, we made a beeline towards the rugged bluffs of Hidden Splendor, which would serve as our camp for the night. So we're currently playing the game of let's look for a campsite. Do we want views or do we want to be sheltered? I'm kind of willing to take the risk of the views tonight. That's just me, but we'll see what the group wants to do. Woo. Definitely need this shade out here. You can feel it even with the cloud cover. And hopefully wind stays as it is. There's a nice little breeze, but it is not bad at all. But if we need to, we can go up the road about 400 yards and there's a really secluded spot, but the views are nothing like this, which is why we're here.
Just don't get too close to the edge, right?
You do you, if that's what you want to do, but
Not,
I got to get you back to your wife, so.
I'm not living on the edge up here as far as going over there.
What do you think, half of this?
Yeah.
Two dudes drinking beers away from their wives. How can they cook? Kind of hard to mess up, though. Moment of truth. Not bad.
Pasta's
Pretty
perfect.
good.
Pasta's perfect. Stuff kind of dente. Want that sun to go down and light it up.
We'll see how it
And
works.
he's like straight on the coals, flat there.
Good lid there.
He knows what he's doing, man. He's got.
In his pose.
Oh. Well, guys, cannot complain about this one bit. Great view, great people, and una cerveza. So we're just gonna enjoy this.
If there's one thing that you take away about the Rafael Swell, this place is like a national park with awe-inspiring views around every corner.
Just getting everything packed up here. We had a little group powwow this morning, and we were gonna give a shot at behind the reef. We've read some stuff where it says full-size rigs aren't advised. saw a YouTube video that was pretty sketchy with a Ford F-150, and you know, I wanted to go over there, check it out, and if we had to, double back, but that adds a significant amount of time on bumpy trails that are going to be slow going. So, you know, what could be 3 hours to get there turns into 6 hours just to get all the way around, and we're supposed to meet somebody. So we're going to skip it. We're going to go up Temple Mountain, coming that way, and then we're actually meeting somebody over at Shoe Canyon behind the Reef. We'll go walk it, check it out, and who knows, if it looks like it's in good condition on the Shelf Road, maybe a few of us will do it, because we're going to be ahead of schedule. So that's just the way it goes, but we're going to get out of here in a minute.
On the move once again, we'd make a detour around Behind the Reef Trail via Lord Flat and Temple Mountain. The new route would take us to where Behind the Reef Road turns into Behind the Reef Trail.
Would you do it?
I'd do it.
I would too.
And so that's exactly what some of the guys did. We hiked up the sketchy Shelf Road only to determine that the full-size trucks definitely could have driven the trail. That's just how it goes sometimes.
What's up, Dave?
Hey!
So we're going out to Crack Canyon right now, just gonna check out this really awesome canyon. And because we didn't get to drive all of Behind the Reef that we had planned to do, we're gonna go over to Temple Mountain Wash, explore that area before heading over probably to Goblin Valley State Park and looking for camp somewhere in that area tonight. There are a lot of people out, so we'll see.
As you hike into Crack Canyon, the walls quickly begin to tower above you. Deeper into the canyon, they close in dramatically, forming a narrow tunnel with an ethereal crack in the ceiling. It truly feels like you're exploring a secret fissure in the desert floor.
My favorite part right here through the crack. Well, I've got to say, if you get the chance to do Crack Canyon, definitely do it. Even if you only go 10 minutes in, it's pretty awesome. But if you can go 20 minutes in, very, very cool. You get to the crack section and all that, and just all these wind caves and really cool formations that you walk through here. So we're gonna be on our way here in a minute, guys.
Well, that concludes our time in the San Rafael Swell, but be sure to tune in for the next episode as we continue our adventure on the Capitol Reef Backcountry Trail. Till next time, stay wild and wander far. Godspeed.